$1 million extortion plot, and a ton of casualties. This all occurred through a supposed development and training business, a piece of it run via virtual entertainment, yet police say there could be more casualties. 57-year-old Ernest Williams, or Nesto, and 46-year-old Erica Lord, or Erica Hugley, purportedly guaranteed a superior life for a purpose Shirley Strawberry's very own life has as of late turned into all the rage. And it's transforming into one major untidy show. The dearest radio personality has wound up in the focal point of an embarrassment that has sent shockwaves through media outlets, the wellspring of this tumult. In all honesty, her better half Ernesto Williams, yet clutch your seats on the grounds that the update we've all been enthusiastically expecting has recently shown up. Incredibly, apparently Ernesto has figured out how to sidestep capture. So far, the absence of any data about his misgiving feels quite unsure on the whirling reports, leaving us in a condition of doubt. It's really stunning when you consider the greatness of Ernesto's supposed wrongdoings. For the individuals who didn't know, the insight about Ernesto's misrepresentation charges sent shockwaves through the talk factory, yet much to anyone's dismay, that this was only the start of an ignoble adventure. As the subtleties disentangled, plainly Ernesto's inclusion went a long ways past a straightforward trick. It turns out he had a dim mystery prowling on his PC specialists. Coincidentally found a completely upsetting disclosure, a realistic and disgusting photo, including a minor, when they held onto Ernesto's PC. This disclosure shook the local area profoundly and pushed definitely his clueless spouse into the spotlight. She had been residing in happy obliviousness of her better half's illegal exercises. Yet presently, she had to confront the disrupting truth. Yet that is not all it appears to be, that Ernesto and Shirley's inconveniences stretch out past legitimate issues. Different sources uncover that they are confronting one more fight in court, this time as bum occupants' Pacific Shore property. The executives has recorded a claim against the couple, guaranteeing that they leased a luxurious Los Angeles house for a stunning $7,500 each month, yet neglected to pay lease for a considerable length of time. As though that wasn't an adequate number of, they left the property in a condition of unadulterated chaos, with broken machines, smudged rugs, scratched floors, and, surprisingly, missing smoke alarms. Obviously Ernesto and Shirley's negligence for their commitments reached out past their false exercises. Yet we should not fail to remember the other portion of this obscure team, Erica Ruler, Ernesto's sidekick. Together, they made an intricate plan that went after clueless casualties. Acting like business specialists, they vowed to launch their clients' brands' missions, life objectives, and virtual entertainment followings higher than ever anyway. Once the cash was given over, Ernesto and Erica disappeared like a phantom, leaving their casualties stranded without a hint of the guaranteed. Administrations typically position themselves as specialists in the fields of business development improvement, instructing things of that nature. They would then fall in line with their casualties, with a commitment of having the option to become their might you at any point, except that these two clever scalawags figured out how to cheat in excess of 12 individuals out of north of $1 million, significantly seriously confounding that not a solitary casualty dared to approach and make a lawful move against them. Maybe Ernesto and Erica had enchanted of dread and terrorizing over their casualties, leaving them deadened and unfit to defy the hoodlums who had ransacked them blind. Yet karma has an approach to finding even the most gifted backstabbers. The unwinding started with an instance of rental extortion, which uncovered Ernesto's trap of monetary wrongdoings. He and Erica had a comfortable little refuge nearby Shirley's home. Yet when Ernesto helpfully quit paying rent for quite some time, the mortgage holder had enough and made a lawful move. Little did Ernesto had any idea that this apparently secluded episode would open the conduits to a deluge of monetary wrongdoing. As examiners dug further into Ernesto's tangled snare of exchanges, the stunning truth arose. This wasn't simply a one-time rental misrepresentation. It was essential for a bigger, perfectly tuned, conspire their home on Pinewood Street, turned into the focal point of the examination, uncovering the broad organization of misdirection that Ernesto and Erica had fastidiously worked with each step along the cash trail. The doubts developed further. The place of cards developed by Ernesto and Erica was very nearly breakdown, prompting their possible capture on misrepresentation charges. Ernesto had to deal with a variety of stunning penalties that would blow any decent resident's mind. 5 counts of connivance to perpetrate a crime were slapped on him, albeit 2 were subsequently excused. Still, the harm had been done. Ernesto's wallet endured a huge shot when his security was set at an amazing $15,000. And that is not all. He likewise had to deal with extra penalties, including robbery by assuming activity of praise fix administrations and burglary by duplicity. It's as though misleading clueless business people wasn't enough. Ernesto had the daringness to target laid out entrepreneurs. To yet stand by there's all the more right. When you thought the dramatization had arrived at its pinnacle, court reports from November 18, 2021 uncovered one more underhanded demonstration perpetrated by Ernesto. Prepare yourself for this one. He boldly conned a vehicle fix administration, piling up a bill of north of $1,500, yet under $5,000 from Palmer Evade Chrysler Jeep Slam. Yet prepare yourselves, since here's where the story takes a dim turn. Ernesto stands blamed for something considerably more contemptible: grievous demonstrations carried out against one, as well as a stunning haul out of 11 guiltless excavators. A painful disclosure sends shockwaves through the spirit. Thus he has been requested to avoid the families and partners of his casualties, as it should be. Nevertheless, here's where the story takes a considerably more vile turn. Set yourselves up for the tragic truth that hits unreasonably up close and personal. Among his casualties lies Shirley's own girl, her valuable and lone kid. Yet the bad dream doesn't end there, my companions. Prepare yourselves for this frightening subtlety. He didn't stop at Shirley's girl. He additionally attempted her girl's 2 little youngsters. Might you at any point accept it at any rate, as the fresh insight about Ernesto's capture spread like quickly, their individuals couldn't resist the opportunity to think about how certainly a relationship master herself might have been ignorant concerning her significant other's offenses. After all, she had fabricated a vocation on offering guidance to others about keeping away from poisonous and underhanded accomplices. It appeared to be exemplary instance of Dr. Mend Thyself. Yet incidentally, Shirley might have realized more than she let on. Murmurs of her consciousness of Ernesto's obscure transactions started to course, proposing that she had been covering for him up and down. Some guessed that her affection for him had dazed her to reality, while others accepted she was complicit in his violations. This disclosure has left many scrutinizing Shirley's judgment and respectability. How should somebody who had gone through years offering relationship counsel end up entrapped with a man engaged with fake exercises? It appeared as though a glaring inconsistency, and fans and partners, the same, were anxious to find a few solutions. Shirley's once respectable name in the TV and radio industry is currently under a microscope. She had won various honors and awards for her work, including the renowned Hoodie Grants and the Radio Gracie Grants. Yet presently, her relationship with Ernesto's crimes takes steps to discolor her well-deserved standing. Not Shirley's expert standing is in question. Her own life has likewise been flipped around. The couple's relationship, which was once viewed as a fantasy sentiment, has now turned into the subject of tattle and hypothesis. Shirley and Ernesto's wedding photographs, once gladly showed on their online entertainment pages, have turned into an eerie sign of when things appeared picture wonderful. While Shirley has stayed hush about the circumstance, fans and supporters are frantic for some clearness. They need to know the amount she had some awareness of Ernesto's false plans, and whether she was a functioning member or just a survivor of his duplicity. Reality stays slippery yet. As the expression goes, where there's smoke, there's shoot. Amidst this embarrassment, Shirley's relationship With her audience members and partners, remains in a critical state. Many keep thinking about whether she will confront kickback and analysis for her relationship. With a man engaged with such obscure exercises, the trust she has worked with her crowd over the course of the years might be broken, and the results could be extreme regardless as the examination concerning Ernesto's violations proceeds with additional subtleties are probably going to arise. The rundown of casualties impacted by his deceitful exercises might be longer than at first suspected, leaving Shirley in a significantly more dubious position. Her standing, both individual and expert, remains in a precarious situation, and she should pursue a few hard decisions pushing ahead. Will Shirley decide to remain by her better half's side, expecting recovery and pardoning? Or will she move away from him to safeguard her own picture and profession? The way she picks will, without a doubt, have extensive results for her, as well as for the individuals who have admired her as a relationship master in the whimsical universe of popularity and superstar outrages. Go back and forth yet for Shirley Strawberry. This outrage takes steps to make a permanent imprint on her life and heritage. The truth will surface at some point on the off chance that she can face the hardship and arise more grounded on the opposite side. In any case, that is all there is to it for this video, people. Bye.